So you're quilting and you have scraps of fabric and batting that always seems to get put like under your sewing table. So you're gonna, what am I gonna do with these eventually? I'm Sean from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse in Houston.
And I'm Cody.
And today we're going to show you how to take that and make these into lovely bowl cozies like that. All right, we're here at the iron. Show me the fleece. All right, so there's going to be two sides to the fleece. There's going to be a rougher side, and what you're feeling there is you're feeling the dots of glue. If you roll it over or you hold it over, you're going to feel the fleece as it's supposed to be felt. So make sure that the dots or the glue side is to the back side of your fabric. Now to do this, you're just going to go ahead and take your iron and you're going to press and hold it, and then kind of for 8 seconds-ish, I usually try that. And you know, when it's there, just start overlapping. And while you're holding this iron onto the fabric, every now and then kind of give it a little wiggle. You don't want the fabric to just get completely creased if you, for some reason, there was a wrinkle in your fabric. Now what you're going to see right here is we marked these lines for our sewing line, but we're using a heat pin. So the moment Cody hit this with the iron, it disappeared. So I mean, as far as there it is right there.
Yeah.
Okay, now hit it. And when it comes up, boom, it is gone. So that friction pin works really, really well. Cody's going to do this one, and same thing, we will remark the lines, but this fusible fleece is really very, very easy. I have several of this at I've got a couple yards of this at home because I was working on some other projects, and I always buy extra. I always buy extra because you never know when you have to go up to your stash and create something for a friend or a quick birthday. This is a great thing to give to people because it's just it's a quick, sloppy little project. They're going to look nice, but it's not all that. Come up here a little bit. I think you got to go ahead and lift up the fabric and turn it over. Everything looks like it is fused. Yeah, you're good. We're good. Okay, so we're going to go back and mark these, and we'll see you in a minute. I went ahead and remarked Cody's, but when we iron these at the end, that pin will come off. I've got mine marked here too. So on this one with the fleece, in order to prepare it like she has here, I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to sew this seam across, and that's going to hold my batting in place. And I'll do that on both mine, but I'll also go around and I'm going to go ahead and baste all the way around at basically 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to stay right along the edge. When we flip these inside out, if that's too far over, then you're going to see the stitch line on here. And again, I don't really care about it. It's just really, really, these are holding hot bowls for me. So, and I'm not planning on selling these. If I were, I would be a lot more crazy about it. But I mean, they're bowl cozies. Again, I just want you to not to stress out about it. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to stitch this down, and then we will talk about markings. All right, so we're at the point where we've got our fleece either ironed on and fused, or the batting where I went around all the corners, so this is not going to shift. So now we got to make some markings. So fold one of them in half. Or actually, fold them both in half. We're gonna have to do it on both of them. Now you can use pretty much anything to make these marks. We're gonna do the friction pin, and while Cody is folding hers, I am gonna walk over here and get the ruler that I forgot to get. So, all right. Now, that guy. And the only reason I wanted to use this one is because we're going to use small markings on this. So what we have here is we've got to mark where our darts are, where we're going to do the darts. And the darts are what makes these three-dimensional. But if you don't use them, you know, you just have a big old ugly pot holder. I mean, you know, it's just so. I did several different measurements, and the one that I came up with, which was the best for me, is to measure from here to here. That's going to be 1 1/4 inches, and then from here to here is going to be 2 inches. So I'm going to mark this at 2 inches, and I'm going to mark this at 1 1/4, like that, and then just connect the two. And now Cody's going to find that it marks easier on the fleece. This is because there's so much loft on it. It doesn't like to really hold on to it. But again, these are how casual is this project, Cody?
So casual.
So casual. So casual. So I'm going to do that here. Then I'm going to open it up and fold it the other direction. Now it really doesn't matter that is still there, because when we fold this in half and make that and sew that dart, that's going to line up again. So we're going to do 2 inches, and we're going to do 1 1/4 inches. Now there is. Let me get this, and then I'll give this to Cody. Wait, is that 1 1/4 inches? No, that's 1.5 inches. Sean, don't do that. Thought that looked small. And connect the two. Oops. All right. Let me connect these, and I'm gonna let Cody do hers. And now, whoops. All right. Okay. So if you'll do yours, now you. Oh. Needs the pen too. So, what are these marks? What do they do? So it creates the dart. What we're going to do is we're going to go back over to the sewing, and we're going to sew along this line right there. This is not a cut line. This is our sewing line here and here. The first one I did, I cut this out and then I sewed inside of it. So it was the bowl was a lot differently shaped. But I'll tell you what these are. So this one here, the 2 inches down, that is what is going to create our depth. So that goes down here. This here is going to create how much we bring the bowl in. So the 2 inches down is how deep the bowl is, and the 1 1/4 is how much these are pulled in. Now, if you need to make these deeper because of a bowl that you have, you're just going to drop this down. So this is the 2 inches, maybe bring it to 2.5. If you need this to stand up more, you're going to increase this, because this is going to pull this in right here. So just by adjusting these two things, you can get it exactly the way you want it. So I always say this, do tests. These are all the tests that I did to prepare for this. And the really nice thing is, you know, even though they're not all what I would consider perfectly shaped or, you know, finished out, these are going to hold warm or cold bowls for me. So they're great. Now, this one I made for Cody because it has sock monkeys on it, and she liked the monkeys from the last video. I'm a big fan of sock monkeys, so she's going to be taking that one home. All right, do you have everyone? Oh, do it on the other one too.
Okay.
We're going to finish marking these, and then we're going to be back.
Be right back.
Okay, we're back already, and that is to point something out. Now, you're doing these on your fold line only. Cody got excited, and she was very happy with the ruler. These, you're not going to do anything. We are going to make a note. We are going to make a mark on our corners, but they're not going to be. They're not going to be darts. So these are going to do the darts. That's still.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
One.
Okay.
I already messed
so,
up.
And it's not a mess up. It's not a mess up.
Yeah.
You didn't sew anything.
Nope.
You know, it's you're all good. And while we are doing this, I'm gonna show you one other thing. Now, right here, this curve. One of the reasons I went up to the 11-inch square from the 10-inch, and this is a 10-inch, it's a little bit smaller. The reason I went up is because of this right here, right here. So when we sew these, we're going to sew these right sides together, then we're going to flip them inside out and sew our top stitch. If you see right here, it's not the prettiest, and the reason for that is the space between here and here where I had to turn it was really small. So what I did was, going up to the 11-inch, I have much more room there to turn that. Now these are going to turn pretty easily as long as you breathe and don't start ripping them, which I have to remind myself. But I want this space to be a little wider because we want to have that space where we turn it out on a straight line, so that when we turn it out and we fold those edges under and top stitch over them, I believe that's where this one was, we don't have to fold under a curve on either side. So we want a nice straight area that we can turn them in. So now Cody has hers marked. To get this corner up here, you can play with any version. So you can see this corner is a little pointy, this one's a little more rounded. This one is, I didn't round the corners at all. This is just with square corners, and they do take on a little bit of shape. If you want to make this scalloped a little bit more, I'm just gonna grab something like this and make my mark with it. If you, depending on what you have around you, you can use that. So I want my curves to be not that big. So I'm gonna just put this here, and this is just kind of a visual way for me to trim those corners. So, and again, my batting is a little off center, but that's okay, because how strict of a pattern are we today, Cody?
This is so casual.
It's so casual. It's so cash. You know, we should have cocktails. Although it is like 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, sewing in brunch. You know, I'm afraid that if we did a sewing in brunch after the 5th mimosa,
I think a needle might be through someone's finger.
Yeah, there. I'll give you that while I am sewing, or I'm making my dart marks on this one. Oh, you need that. Oh, take that. I'm gonna just grab a pen because we're gonna sew the. We're going to not see these lines anyway. So.
Do I do it on both of them?
Yeah, you can do it on both of them. I mean, if you want that curve. I like the little bit of curve. It makes them a little cuter. I don't know, cute. That's a weird word for this. Let's see, 1 1/4 by 2. Yeah. Now we'll have this pattern on our website as well for you to download. Basically, what the pattern will be is it's going to be an 11-inch pattern, and it's going to be a square that you have to print out and not glue together. What is this, the 1950s? Get your paste. Did you have paste in elementary school?
No.
Like in kindergarten? You didn't have...
Elmer's glue.
Elmer's glue. See, but that wasn't... It's not very tasty.
What?
Did your kids...
You were one of those?
I wasn't. Carla Williams sat behind me in 1st grade, and she ate the bejesus out of some paste. Oh yeah, she did. Like there were times that Mrs. McLeod was my 1st grade teacher, and I remember her coming over and like taking this poor girl's paste away. Like she got paste policed. And she also, well, we also did this. We used to lie back in our chairs and like bend over the chairs with, on our backs to stretch our backs. The only reason I bring that up is because my sister came across a picture of me. So we had we had a reporter from the Tulsa World newspaper come in to our classroom. I don't know why, but he got a picture of me, which is totally adorable, as it would be. And Carla is doing the back bend on her desk behind me, and it looks like she's just like dead. It looks like it looks like I'm sitting on her dead limp body. It's really kind of it's cute and a little disturbing at the same time. Will you hand me that? And while you're doing that,
Was she like a multitasker, stretching back and eating paste at the same time?
this is what paste does to you. It kills you. You know, if I can find that picture, I may just pop that up on the screen because it's pretty funny. It is. I think my sister has a version of it hanging in her hall, which is good because I routinely find pictures of my little sister and hang them up or post them. Because that's what you do to your sister. You just, you know, your sister is always going to be your sister, which means you will always have the opportunity to humiliate her.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, okay. Don't say, oh my God.
I'm gonna pray that Quentin does not hear any of this.
Oh, Quentin doesn't need to hear this to know that he has to torture you. I mean, it comes natural to him.
It does.
All right, so we are going to trim these corners, and then we're going to sew our darts, and we'll see you over at the sewing machines. All right, here we are. You can see that I did the corners of my fabric, and it just gives it a nice little curve. And now I'm going to put this on my crazy little neck device. Let's see if we, okay, I think we're good there. Okay, so take my first one and I'm going to fold it in half. Now we didn't make that V on both, or that line on both sides, but you can see here. So we are going to sew from here to here. I'm going to use stitch number 3, and that is the one where it will stitch forward, stitch back, and then stitch forward again to set my seams. On the brother, let's see, let's try this one quickly, or just real quick. So we're going to go forward or not. I don't know how the brother one works like that. It's not like the Janome. But I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see. Okay, so I won't say that number 3. Okay. Okay, so we're good. Now, this is how that looks. So you can start to see we're already getting that bowl shape. And let me do this side as well. I can hear that we have customers coming in the shops. We say this all the time. We work while we are open sometimes. And our customers get to see what we're filming. That shout out to Judy. All right, we love our customers. We are back, or front, back and front. We're back. We're here. Okay, so you can see those 4 darts gives us the bowl. This is what gives us the dimension here. Cody's looks very nice, very nice. Now we're going to take these and we're going to cut about a quarter of an. Going to cut about a 1/4 inch seam allowance, you know, left over. And so I'm going to get mine cut, and I'm going to start assembling them while Cody cuts hers. So all 4 sides. You don't want to trim them too close, and you're going to have some bulk in these seams that you're going to have to kind of wrangle into place, but that bulk here and then against another one, so these are going to be together like that, that bulk is going to give you more insulation. It's going to create more room between whatever it is that you're trying to keep from burning you or freezing you, that's going to give you a little more. So I'm going to give these to Cody, and I'm going to go find our pins because I forgot to get those out. And we're going to pin this. Now, a lot of people will, so I use Wonder Clips for just about anything. The reason I don't use Wonder Clips on this is because the weight of them, it's just going to kind of, weigh that down, and I want something to keep it just nice and neat. So what we're going to do is we're going to do wrong sides together, okay? So wrong sides together, and this is going to go in. Now, how you're going to pin these, I start right here at our seam lines, and I'm going to take and line those up, and then I'm going to open up my seams like this and just hold them open. All right, so I've got it here and here, and I know those are lined up because the stitch lines match. And then I'm going to take a pin and I'm going to run that pin right through my seam, okay, just like this, and that's going to keep that in place. And I'm going to go around and do each of these just like that. So now that Cody has cut hers, she's going to join me in this. How's it going there?
It's going.
Now you're going to see the difference almost immediately between Cody's and mine, and that is because of the fusible fleece. The fusible fleece is going to have more body. I put yours there, and I mean you can see this is going to have more body. This is a little thinner than your batting, and it's not going to create so much space between you and whatever it is you're trying to avoid, but it's enough. It's absolutely enough. And once you wash these, and now you can see, Cody, would you be a love and hand model me these different, so model these, do a little. So you get the lovely, that's very pretty. Now, the reason I'm having her do that is because I wanted to show that these still hold up. I took all of these home and washed them. I put them through washing with towels or dish towels, and then I brought them out. I hit them again with an iron because we're filming and it looks better, but they're gonna launder fine. And what I find, if I don't want to like make sure to, if I'm not trying to impress somebody with the look of them, and since we have stated multiple times that this is a very easy project and don't make yourself crazy, what I will do is I will put them in the wash. When they come out of the wash, I won't put them in the dryer. I will press out all these corners and kind of stretch out all my fabric, and then I'll let them air dry. And then the moment they start getting used again, they're going to take their shape. They're very easy. So now I've done all four, and now I'm going to do my flaps. And you're just going to line those seams up, those cross hatch seams, and put a pin in all the way around. Let's see here. All right. Okay, so we've got that. All right, so let's see what we got here. Again, you're going to see this. This has much more form to it than this, and because I did that stitch all the way around, my batting's not going to slip against my fabric. So what we're going to do is take one of these pins. Okay, and these are different pins, and that's why I'm doing it like this. So I'm taking a pin that does not is not one of the flat pins. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right about, come on, we got this. Right about there. And what that's going to tell me, I'm going to start sewing right here. And I'm going to sew around all the way. So when I get here, and I turn to do this, I know to stop right there. And that's where I'm going to turn. That's where I'm going to turn my bag. Not my bag, my bowl cozy.
Oh, yeah.
Now oh yeah, you got it. I mean, you might even go down a little bit.
That way?
Yeah, just about a quarter of an inch.
Okay.
Because when you want enough to make this turn and enter the straight piece here, you know, because when we turn those under to sew the top stitch and seal that off, you've got a little more space. You'll be surprised at how this will turn. I just have a pin in my butt. You'll be surprised at how easy it turns, even with a small space. So we're gonna go sew now. We'll see you in a bit. Here I am. I have put my pin here, which means I want to start right about there. What I tend to do is I really like this to, I'm going to sew in just about a quarter of an inch seam allowance, maybe even a little bit more, but so I'm going to line mine up with that line right there. And we're going to try that. I might even shift my needle here. Let's see. So if I want to shift my needle to go a little bit more, I'm going to move this over. Maybe not that. There we go. Right there. And as I come up to each pin, I just remove it. And I'm going to pull this out before I even start because I'm holding this down right now. So put that down and I'm going to lower my speed just a bit. And let's try this. Now, when you get to these turns, you just want to turn it gradually and then come down the straight piece. Now, I'm going to hit that. I'm also going to turn on my pivot mode, which is right here. And what that will do is every time I stop, it's going to leave my needle down, but give me enough room to pivot. Because when I come down here, right there, I'm going to want to pivot because I'm going to sew. Let me show you what I got. So when you get this far, you can flatten this out as it comes under the presser foot. So I'm going to go forward just a little bit, right about there. I'm going to move my needle, or remove my pin, and I want to sew right into that seam, right there. Now, this may fall over while it's going under. It's okay. Again, this is a really, really casual, really casual project. And, okay, I'm there, basically. And I'm going to keep going. Now, because I have my stitch, my speed pretty low, I can work my way around this curve just really easily. Just turning it. Now on that, you don't want to do a lot of pulling and pushing while you're doing those turns because you don't want it to kind of get out of, you don't want to move your needle. You don't want to drag against your needle. Come up here and I'm going to open this up again. See, so I've got this flattened and I'm going to come right up to that seam line. It's going to be kind of close. There we go. It's going to turn. Now, all of these seam lines may not be the same, but again, how easy and how relaxed is this project, Cody?
It's so relaxed.
So relaxed. I mean, we're basically making a pot holder that hugs our bowls. It is an affectionate pot holder. A lot of contact here. Come up to here and see, put that out. I'm going to flatten that out a little bit. You can use a stiletto to do that, but again, because this is such a basic project, it's not really going to matter. It's not going to change really the look or the feel of the bowl. You know, this cozy. It's pretty basic. So I'm going to pull that needle out. And while you're doing that, on that turn, I'm going to show you something here. On that turn, because I am lining up to this line right here, if I look under that presser foot and as I make that turn, I'm just going to make sure that that edge of that fabric, as I make that turn, never goes beyond that. And see, as it gets up to it, we make the turn. Now I know that I'm coming up. That was my fourth the fourth flap or whatever. So I know that I've got to stop right there. And let's come up to that. I can feel the bulk under that. I almost ran over a pin. Don't run over pins, people. Do as I say, not as I do. All right there. Okay. And now I'm going to turn this. And all I'm going to do is come into this straight line right here. And I'm going to back stitch when I do it. You want to back stitch because when you go to turn this, you want these two seams not to rip. I'm going to hit that. And the sewing is complete right now. All right, Cody's giving lots of heavy sighs here because she's on now. So let me come, I'm going to come around. Where's your best angle? Come right around there. Okay. So if you have any questions, just tell me as you're going.
Okay, where do I start?
My trick is to find where your seam is. So this is where I'm going to pull from. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my finger in here and I'm going to go to the furthest point. And I'm going to pull that to the furthest point. And I want to grab that right there. And I'm going to grab that point and pull it through. And then when you pull that through, just kind of work it. It's going to take a little bit of time. But what you want to do is you want to pull around the opening because you have the furthest side in. And then when you get here, you can just go ahead and pull this out. And it's going to come pretty easily.
I think I stitched my hole too small. We're working with a very small area.
There you go. There you go. Now, go ahead and at this point you can pull. Maybe not. No, you're there. Just you want just small pulls because you're going to get to a point, which we're at here now, where when you pull against it here, you're going to see that you have very left. Here, you can finish that. And I will tell you, how long did it take me to turn mine out? Like 30 seconds?
Max.
Yeah, and right now, you have been working on this maybe a minute.
Don't pay attention to me. I make everything harder than it needs to be.
No, so I was telling her that when I was doing these, I had one where I made the hole so small that after trying to turn it for like 20 minutes, I threw it away. I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So now it looks like that, which looks awful. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take go ahead and put your finger back in where you turned, and you're just going to run it up against the seams, particularly in the points. So you want to push those out. I'm having Cody return, back turn, whatever it is. Cody is having to flip it back inside out again, which I did. I had to do that little curve anyway to correct that, but I forgot something. So here, let me do it for you. If you, oh yeah. There we go. All right, smooth it out. Oh, now she's copping an attitude. I don't blame her. She's been a great sport so far, and she was, as I was correcting my curve up there, she was admiring her bowl. So what I forgot to do, pardon me, so we need to do some trimming. Now some people will have you trim or clip into your curve here. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. But what you do need to clip is right here. So where you sewed, you want to clip towards that seam, but not through it. So
you need snips. Little snips. Oh, good Lord.
So, and it's just a little mark. Because I didn't do lots of, I didn't do really big seam allowances here. but you don't want to clip through your thread. You don't want to clip through your thread. So there we go. Got a little snip there. And I clip that one, right? I need to clip that one a little bit more. Okay. And then I clip there. So clip yours. Now see, yours is barely, because you have you've got thinner seam allowances than I do.
Oh, this one's already.
Okay.
Oh, there's no seam allowance here.
Okay. Then I may have had you to turn yours out for no reason. I should probably not say that while she has scissors in her hands. So while she's doing that, I'm going to return my bag. Again, by pulling from the biggest point. Cody, seriously, I don't trust her. I don't blame her, but I don't trust her.
No, I can't find my opening. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is.
All right, so let's back, get this out, press out those points. It always reminds me of a starfish, but kind of a starfish always have 5 points, right? Isn't that right? I don't know. Yeah, 5 points.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That would be my assumption.
Yeah, mine too. We're gonna say that. If they have more, boy, that would scare me. A starfish with extra points. It's like opposable thumbs on sea life. All right, so that looks very bad. I mean, it looks pretty rough, right? So it is going to look that way because we just turned. I mean, if you had your body turned inside out through that big of a space, I think you would look kind of bad too. Here you go.
Oh,
see?
That does help.
All right.
There you go.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go press these edges in like that. So we're going to roll those in because we're going to top stitch across that. That's going to close that and then all the way around. So we're going to go iron and we will be back sewing this and then we'll be done. It's an easy project. Here are our bowl cozies. Cody, would you show me yours? Very nice. Show the outside. And now, as Cody was asking, these are reversible.
Yeah.
Yeah, reverse it. See?
Yeah, Quentin likes it better this way, but I like it better the other way.
I like
it is
that.
cute. It's really good.
Yeah, the placement of the lion was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is, see, I'm a big fan of the bug. Big fan of the bug. Although there is one bug that hangs out around my desk that is kind of a jerk. And I haven't got it yet, but I will get the bug. So yeah, these were super easy, right?
Yeah, they were easier than I thought they'd be.
And it doesn't matter if there are mistakes in some of the seams. At the end of the day, these are going to protect your hands. They're going to be cute. You leave them in the kitchen. I usually leave a stack under. Let me rephrase that. In the past, I've had a stack that I left right under the microwave. But then in moving, I think I have them, but they're in some other box. So this will be my stash. Although, as I was saying that, this is Cody's as well. And with the sock monkeys. Now, I'm going to let you go through and try to figure out which one is fusible fleece and which one is batting, because I have to grab something in here.
Okay, let's see.
Gotta talk, Cody.
All right. I think, should I separate them into two piles?
Yeah, try that.
Okay. So I'm going to go with batting, definitely fusible fleece. Batting. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know. Fusible fleece. Batting. Batting.
All right, let me see if I can figure it out. But I was basically just giving you busy work because
You don't know? You don't remember?
I probably do, but I just wanted to show this to our people.
Oh, it's a sock monkey.
So this is the sock monkey. This is BJ, because back in the 70s, there was a show called BJ and the Bear, and BJ was actually the trucker, and the bear was his monkey. So it was the adventures of a truck driver and his monkey. And so my mom made this for my sister back in 74, maybe 75. She made everything, and I coveted this sock monkey for decades. And I got other sock monkeys, and then I got a thing in the mail for my birthday, and my sister sent it to me.
Aww.
So she gave me BJ. So it's his little hat, and my mother just put all this. So yeah, shout out to Mom, because BJ is the best, and he's one of multiple sock monkeys I have in my sewing room. Isn't he cute?
Yes, I love the little collar.
I know, the little fold down collar.
I know.
She really, it's really well done.
Wow, she made the clothes and everything? Wow.
So,
I love the little hat. That's so cute.
So, this is yours. So Cody gets the sock monkey. I think that one is batting. I think this one is fusible fleece, I think.
But you don't know.
I don't know. So you're not going to be able to tell. There are multiple ways to make these. You can make them with any fabric. These are great. They, like Cody was telling you, these are reversible. So if you do spill something on it, and if you spill it in, you can reverse it and get that under the bowl, whatever. So you've got all of that. But yeah, so I think this BJ thinks that this is a great idea. All right, so we're finished. You can see that we have a bunch of them in front of us. How was the process?
It was good. It was definitely easier than I thought it would be. The darts really scared me at first, but they weren't bad. The process is really simple.
Yeah, and the pattern is free, and it's on our website. The darts are marked, all of that. It was so much easier than you thought.
It was so much easier. I was really nervous.
She did a great job. She did a really great job. I would have displayed hers here, but she's already taken it home.
I took them home.
Yeah,
I've already used them. They work wonderfully.
Oh, I forgot to put the monkey out here. Well, the monkey will do it another time. So anyway, if you like this type of tutorial, please give us a like, subscribe, because we do this every week, and we would really appreciate it. We are moving our subscriptions up slowly and organically, and we have a machine giveaway coming up tied to our subscribers and the people who comment in our videos. But I'm Sean.
I'm Cody.
And we're from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse in Houston. And remember that anytime you come to the sewing table, there is always room for everyone. So we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.